Hey guys, so I haven't spoke about this yet in the vlog, but I think I have some explaining to do. So, if you haven't been noticing, if you have or not, the beginning of this year, yes, a lot of the vlogs were daily. After realizing that I had so much going on, I just really wanted to take a break. I wanted to take somewhat of a vacation. I came to the conclusion, if the freaking brightness up's like changing, like what the hell? Like go down or something, I don't know. Let me see. Whatever. Anyways, I came to the conclusion to change a daily vlog to just weekly vlog for this year. Reason being is that I don't want to record 365 more days vlog wise, and then on top of that, top tens unboxings. I'm not saying I hate unboxing. I still love doing unboxings. If you've probably seen the first 2 months, 3 months in my on this channel, it was just straight up all unboxings. Unboxings had well overdone since 20, I don't know, 16 to some in 2015 as well, I believe. So yeah, I just had a ton of unboxings I had to, get rid of. And I still have a few coming still. I have like 3 or 4 I have to do, realistically. So, I want to say that I'm sorry if y'all like the daily vlog format, but I have to change it. I'm just stressed out. There will be the whole 52 weeks, so there will be 52 episodes. I'm not going to promise that every week there will be a new episode of a vlog. No, but there will be 52 episodes regardlessly. Now, I could possibly, like, oh, my bad, I did 51 or 53, at least it's weeks, and I'll still put in the year 2017. If until it's the next following year, 2018, then yes, I'm going to put in title 2018 if I'm still doing weekly vlogs. So, I just wanted to let you guys know the format has changed to weekly vlogs, including the title itself. There's no longer days because we're not doing days, we're doing weeks. It'll be week number whatever, 2017. But if you want, I don't want to say, oh, welcome to today's day, which is realistic. I don't know what today's date is, like February something right now, but I don't want to do that. If you want, I can still say the month if you want, but that's kind of about to be it. But if it doesn't really matter, it's fine. I need to go freaking take a shower and shave. I just look freaking terrible. And yeah, realistically, So yeah, let me know. I just, like I said, I want to just take a break without stopping, in a way, if that makes sense. So, in this weekly vlog, I don't even know what number this technically is. I don't know if this is 3 or 4. But I know week 2 will be shorter because it's basically all the daily ones still that I had left. And I'm just making them all as a week vlog. So, well, yeah. Welcome to actual, the official start of weekly vlog. So, I've had... You gotta love those coughings. Still from daily vlogs. 2016. I really gotta catch up on something. So, I've had these laying around for the longest time. A lot of these are from 2016. Well, no, actually, a lot of these are from 2017, the very beginning of 2017. I never done anything with them. I'm talking about pickups. I got tons of pickups. I don't even know how long this is going to be, realistically. So, let's start with what I got today. Okay? I think it'll sound fine if I start what I got today. So, realistically, right now it's a Sunday into Monday night or morning, whatever I mean. But still, I'm going to show off what I got today. Now, a lot of these games, I've been buying games on the side without you guys even knowing on Craigslist, not flea market, sorry. Craigslist, well, a website I like Craigslist, but it's for Utah only, and a little bit of Ohio or Idaho, I mean, and Wyoming, but regardlessly, that and thrift stores. So you might be asking yourself, what have you been doing? So I've been buying games very cheaply to try to sell back, to try to, get games I've been wanting to get. And I'm actually very surprised of how well that's actually worked at first. I'm not gonna lie, at first, I felt like it wasn't gonna work. So the first month of January, that's all I was doing. I was just basically, hey, let's see what there is to get. Let's go. Let's get to this. And then into February, I stopped maybe in the middle. First week is where I really stopped, I could think of. And because I'm starting to try to save up money because of games I'm actually wanting to get. And a lot of these exchanges, I should say, of games I bought within that time has actually seriously paid off. Like, seriously, a lot of these games, actually, I didn't realistically even have to pay for. A lot of these games that I'm going to try to do today, I didn't pay for. Extremely just exchanges, trading for an exact even amount. Now, in a way, that looks kind of bad, I guess, in a way to do that, but I'm not picking up, like, shit titles, like fucking, I don't know, Carnival games or something for Wii, or World Track Meet on NES. No, nothing like that. I'm actually picking up titles that I know would sell, or sell exactly. I got, like, Tales of the Abyss, I got Final Fantasy 13, DMC Devil May Cry, Halo 3. A lot of them were 360, by the way. I can admit that. What was it? Shoot, trying to remember what other ones were. Freaking Hot Shots Golf. Sorry. Here's some good ones. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, Link to the Past, Disney's Aladdin, Yoshi's Island. Okay, the list can go on, but realistically, it was a lot of good ones, and I don't have any of the good ones left. I now have, like, Spider-Man and what's not, but like the first game, Spider-Man, not like Genesis or NES or anything. I mean, like the movie game tie-in, Family Guy, Ed and Eddie Misadventures, and other ones. But still, let's finally get into this. It's like 7 minutes in, almost 8, so let's do it. First thing is, I've been eyeing this for the last 5 years. Never wanted to get it until I was like, well, I see potential for myself of using one of these nowadays. A Game Shark. If you don't know, Game Shark is basically an action replay. And if you don't even know what the hell that is, or a Game Genie, by the way, a Game Shark is basically a cheating device that you could put in codes and other stuff to make the game either playable, like as in you could beat the game with, like, infinite lives, infinite health, infinite ammo, or stuff like that, and it's just, it can help you in some games. This one in particular is for the Nintendo 64. I just bought it because, well, I didn't really buy it. I got it for exchange. Like I said, all these are exchanges, except for, well, a few, because I actually had to buy it from a different seller. I'll explain later. Keep coughing, damn. So, I don't know, I've just been wanting to get one. I've been getting somewhat game cheating devices, like the Game Genie for NES, and I think Super Nintendo one, a Genesis one. I got a Dreamcast one, a GameCube one, and I want a PlayStation PS2 one as well. But right now, my main focus is probably on the Game Boy one and the Genesis one. But still, after now getting this one, the 64, Game Shark. So that's basically what this is. Anyways, the next one is Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I can't say that. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I feel like I have to just slow myself down to say that. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I have to say. Anyways, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Rogue Squadron. I say it really weird. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Don't even care. I got it for $1. It's actually kind of hilarious of what I got later on. I completely made that fall. Later on because, well, You'll see. Anyway, see, I got it for $1. This one I got for, I think, $2. Brain Age, train your brain in minutes a day. Actually, funny thing is I had this before in the past. I treated it away because, well, I seriously didn't think I was ever going to play it again. And I was like, well, now, basically, it's getting harder to get stuff that you did or didn't have already. That's why I'm buying games. If I find them cool, I'll trade them for stuff that I might need. So that's why I've been doing it this year. And this is actually something I want it back. I've actually was really addicted to the game, not the Brain Age part, but the Sudoku part. Yeah, Sudoku included. That's like the only part of the game I actually really played. No lie, like for real. And by the way, I was one of those people that I would get a newspaper and play the Sudoku thing, like for real. That's what I would do. That or the word puzzle things. Anyways, next we have here is I already own this game for the 64, but like I don't know, a year or less ago, the YouTuber Metal Jesus Rocks recommended this game for the Dreamcast, and it is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So Dreamcast, that's not the official case or anything like that, so it's okay. Dreamcast is the only one I kind of like, whatever, it's fine. But when I open it up, and no, it's not like, oh, it's a different game, I have to go, trade it in. I actually had 2 games in here. It is another Sega Smash Pack. I actually got a Sega Smash Pack about a year ago. Now I have another one, and the actual game itself, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So now I have 2 Sega Smash Packs. I honestly didn't even realize it was in there, and yeah, that's it. I honestly didn't even know it was in there. I saw the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on top of that, and then when I took it out trying to test it out, I was like, oh, another game? So yeah, didn't even realize that. Anyways, next, Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge for the PlayStation 1. I've seen this hundreds of times. I've never bought it. I don't have the first Frogger. I'll let you know that. I don't have the first Frogger, but now I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's get the first Frogger now. So now I have the second one. This one is something I've never seen, but I do know a Let's Player that did Let's Play this game. The Let's Player I've seen this game on very long time ago, I don't remember shit about it though, is Pipe Dreams 3D, and the person that did it was Argon Matrix. So that's pretty cool, I played the game, I understand how it plays, so it's a pretty interesting puzzle game that has to do with the like fluids of a, like a pipe, I don't know. Anyways, the next one is, I know I spoke about in the vlog wise of the first week, I guess I could say, of what I'm trying to complete this year, and this is part of that. I've originally said I'm trying to complete my Wii wish list, which this is one of them, Alien Syndrome. Alien Syndrome was one of the first games on the freaking Wii. It was like basically a launch title, or around a launch title, and it was by Sega. The thing is, I've seen this hundreds of times before in the past. And when I'm finally trying to get the damn thing, I've never seen it. And then when I have it, it's like a GameStop fucking sticker one. I'm like, fuck that case one. Anyways, yeah, Alien Syndrome, pretty cool. And I did take it off my list, so I still have a ways to go to complete the Wii, 100%. That I'm wanting, wish list wise. Anyways, the next one is for the PS2. It is Lara Croft Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. Just Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. I really like the name, the Angel of Darkness. I have no idea what the Angel of Darkness is. Maybe she comes evil, I don't know. But I've actually been collecting a lot of the Tomb Raider games. I've started on PlayStation 1, which that's actually where they started, and now I'm just slowly getting them all, because I already have Rise of the Tomb Raider, I have the Tomb Raider, and Definitive one, and all that, so. And the funny thing is, I haven't even beaten or really played one. Yeah. No lie, it's kind of weird. So, next one, I actually started collecting this series about a year ago. Same with the Tomb Raider series. I got Tekken 5 for the PlayStation 2. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been realizing how much I actually like Tekken more than Street Fighter. And that's kind of cool to me, because, yeah, I played Street Fighter. I really like number 2 and 4. I can't even tell you about 3, because I've not played 3. And, well, I'm not gonna tell you I'm good at the game. I fucking suck, but, Tekken is the one series, even if I suck, I like to play it. It has this feeling I really like to do. And it's just something that, maybe it's because of nostalgic wise, I played Tekken 3 and 2 a lot as a kid. I didn't own 3. I had to go to like a friend's house to play 3, but I owned 2. And then I got rid of 2 because my friend wanted 2. And I was like, okay, we traded. I don't know what the fuck we traded for. And eventually I got those games back. I got Tekken 1, 2, and 3 back. Or just, you know what I mean. So now I got Tekken 5, and I need to get 6 and 4 before 7 comes out. Or who knows when, because I know Tekken 7 is coming out. So yeah, Tekken 5. Pretty awesome about that. Anyways, and I know about Shady J on the Game Chasers loves Tekken, and then I just kept thinking about that. Anyways, now we're on to the Genesis game. Now, I want to talk about this really quick. I did get 2 other Genesis games too, but I didn't want to show it on the freaking vlog, which sounds stupid now. I'm like, I should just yeah, I should just do it anyways. Let's go do it anyways. So, these are games I already have, but I don't have them in the Genesis complete in box, which they are. So, that's why I wanted to keep these and, see what to do. So, first one here is Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball, or just Sonic Spinball for Genesis. Now, there is like a cut here in the corner, which is weird, as you can see. But, I don't know. Other than that, it's basically good. It's basically good. Other than the stupid sticker right here in the corner. Yeah. And, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's completed box. And this one, I was more excited for. This is one of my childhood games for the Genesis. And I already own it, like I said. Taz and Escape from Mars for the Genesis. I was just extremely excited. I found it for the Game Gear. For the Genesis Complete. And funny thing is, I a lot of these games I own already. I don't know, but something about the Genesis I like, then I don't like at the same time. But anyways, here we go to a story on this Genesis game. So, by the way, all these 3 Genesis games were just $2 a piece. So it's like, oh my god, it was a seller, didn't even know what the hell he had. But it's okay. It's okay. I love those guys. I really love those guys. Please give me more of those sellers, please. Anyways, okay, so this one is X-Men for the Genesis. Now, I've actually owned this game twice before. Once, originally just the cartridge, and then the second time is the box and the game, and complete. You might be saying, why'd you get rid of it? Well, it was at a time that I didn't have enough room. I was like, hey, let's sell games I'm never going to play, or sell games I didn't care about. And those were one of those games I didn't care about. When I got rid of it, I was like, shit, I kind of do want to play. It was a fun-ish game. It wasn't the best, but it was a fun-ish game. And also, I want to get X-Men 2. Like, it's on Genesis, and I've heard it's great. X-Men 2. It was either that or it was Gargoyles, and I went with Gargoyles instead. I think X-Men 2 was expensive. I think it was like 40 or 60. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, X-Men. So it does not come with the free poster. I've checked. I was like, oh, well, whatever. That would have been pretty cool. Anyways, the last thing here on this little stuff is that I got, my freaking nose, some GameCube games. Now, this one, I was always hesitant about this one and I don't know, was it the one before or after? I don't even know what this one was after, before a certain game. I think it's like after. Okay. The Fairy Odd Parents. This one's Shadow Showdown. Now, the funny thing about Shadow Showdown is I actually owned this game before on the Game Boy Advance. And the funny thing about that one is I've actually beaten and finished the game. I don't own it anymore. And I don't know why. I really liked it. I even remember writing down the passwords so I can continue the game next time. And this is before the internet. Before I even knew how to use the internet about all that shit. Didn't even know. I just wanted to beat the game, and I did. It was fun. It was awesome. I was so happy. I got rid of the game. I don't know why. I really don't. I really liked the game. It was actually fun. So... But, now that I finally got Shadow Showdown for the GameCube, the actual, version that I wanted to play as a kid, not the Game Boy Advance. I want to see how it stands up. And, I've been looking for this one and the prequel / sequel. I don't know what it is. Fairy Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. So I'll be looking for, Breaking the Rules. And it's also for GameCube and PS2. So I'm going to look for that. Hopefully for GameCube, but that's just me. Anyways, remember when I was talking about Star Wars Rogue Squadron originally, the first game here? Well, I got Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader for the GameCube. Really quick, before I start talking about this one as well, I didn't just get that. I also got the third one, Rebel Strike. So I just got all of the Star Wars Rogue Squadron games in one go. This was by a different seller. These two were by the same seller. Now, let's talk about Rogue Squadron 2 for the GameCube for a second. Now, I believe this one was around the launch of the GameCube, or it was a launch. It says 2001, so that's when it first came out. So, funny thing about this, I actually own this. There's 4 games. I say 4 games that I had originally for the GameCube. Okay? And the 4 legendary games I have for the GameCube were Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Super Monkey Ball, and SSX Tricky. So, that's my 4 legendary games for the GameCube. To be honest, I only wanted 3 of them back. I didn't want Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I can tell you that was my least favorite game of playing. After those 4, I got Sonic Adventure 2 and Super Smash Bros. Melee and WrestleMania 18. Those 3 were the following games after the 4 original games. So, that's just for me. That was just like a childhood thing for me. It was big for me, okay? Anyways, yes, Rogue Squadron 2. Never beaten it. I got far and I don't know where I stopped. This one, same thing. I've owned it before and I sold it because I didn't like it. Now I got older. Now I know how to play the game. I got it back. It was just, funny to me that, oh, cool, I got all the Rogue Squadrons in one go. Now, I could be wrong. There could be a 4th one for all I know, but I don't know. I'll be looking this up in a minute after the vlog is over. But anyways, now, I want to just hurry up and pick out some titles from here for the week, because I personally don't even know what I'm going to be doing with some of these. So, let's see here. I want to do... Let's try to do all these in one go, because I need to make room for this, because I just need to make room. Anyways, so let's try to go this a little bit faster. So, at a thrift store, I've hit the jackpot at a certain thrift store. I know what time to go. I know what days to most likely kind of go. It's always on a Tuesday or Thursday / Friday, sometimes Saturday, just depending. So, this is what I learned. Go to the thrift stores pretty freaking early, the moment they open. Okay, just pro tip right there. Anyways, I got a game for the PSP. Yes, for the PSP. SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1. Yes, 50 cents. It has tons of good games on here, as in Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Fight, Fatal Fury, that's a good one right there for me. King of the Monsters, another one. Last Resort, Magician Lord, Metal Slug. Neo Turf Masters, Samurai Showdown, Sengoku, Shock Troopers, Super Sidekicks 3, The King of the Fighters 94, Top Hunter and World Heroes. See, I got half of those. Regardlessly, yeah, pretty good ones. Anyways, next we have here is basically another one that's like it, but it's Taito Legends Power Up. Basically, this one was for $1. It has Space Invaders Part 2, New Zealand Story, Crazy Balloon, Chalk and Top or Pop, Lunar Rescue, Phoenix Balloon Bomber, Legend of Cage, oh I know that one, Alpine Sky, The Fairyland Story, Restan Saga, I know that one, Rayman's or something like that, Kiki Kai, Curry Kinton, Space Dungeon, Quick Space Chaser, Return of the Invaders, Oh, cool. Another Space Invaders. Elevator Action and Calamitry. Yep, I know like 5. I know like 5. Anyways, next one. This one I'm not even sure if I'm keeping. Because you have to have an online subscription for this one. And well, we'll see. It is DC Universe Online. The next legend is you. This DC Universe Online. Got it for $1. $1. Anyways, I really like the cover on it. It's actually pretty freaking cool. I was actually pretty hyped about this back in the day, but then I realized it was online and you have to pay subscriptions. Like, oh, fuck that. It's like Diablo and Minecraft. So I was like, no. Anyways, next, this one's actually a very funny story. So, back in the day, I had a game I didn't even know the name of, but I really liked playing it a lot, and I gave it to my friend Emilio for, I think, his birthday. I don't know. And then realizing that, oh, shit, I didn't realize my dad would probably get mad about it. And then, like, months later, he realized I didn't have the game anymore, because I think he wanted to play it, and I did get the game back for, like, a minute, like a day or two, because I didn't want him to know that I get it to Emilio. It's like, I told him, it's like, hey, and then I got the game back for like a few days, and then I get it back, and he was like done with the game or whatever. Life, okay, and then I know I get this back to Emilio, and then my dad never asked for it again, and I feel bad about that, because, you know, that was a game, like, you know, my dad really actually liked, and I want to get it back, but to this day, I didn't remember what the fuck the name was. Until about 2 months ago. Now, I don't own the game. I don't have the game. I still don't own this game I'm talking about. This is the remake of that game. This is Warhawk. Yes, the game my dad liked originally back on the PlayStation 1 was the game Warhawk. I found out because I found the same game on the internet by just the picture by accident. I was looking up pictures of like something, I forget what, and sorry, and realistically what shows me, Warhawk for the PlayStation 1. I looked into that, and I'm like, holy shit, that's the game my dad liked. I need to get that back. So, yeah, I need to get Warhawk back, but now I have the remake of it, and I know it's a series of the Hawk series. There's Warhawk and Starhawk. I know that for Sony. So, yeah, I just need to get Warhawk back on the PlayStation 1. Anyways, this one is gaming related, but it's not a game itself. It is Red vs. Blue Season 1. At the thrift store, I was kind of surprised about this because I didn't even know. And I'm not going to lie, I've never really watched many episodes or really any as much as all about the Red vs. Blue series, which is insane, you might be saying, because I am a Halo fan. I played the first, second, third originally without knowing about the internet stuff. You know, well, the third I somewhat knew about internet stuff, but I didn't know about the Red vs. Blue series as much until later on, like a year or two later, I learned about it. But regardlessly, I didn't know. And then, you know, of course, me playing almost every fucking Halo game. I have not played Strike, what was it, Spartan Assault or Mobile Strike, whatever the fuck it is. And I have not played those ones. But I have played almost all the main ones, including Wars. And I'm actually not gotten Halo Wars 2, which is out at the time of this recording right now. But I have no desire of going to the store and buying that right now because I know no one's going to buy it that much because the first one didn't sell that great. So I'm pretty sure the sequel's still not going to do that well either. And that's my freaking hair doesn't keep bothering me because it's just like, oh, look how freaking tall it is. Freaking stupid. Anyways, yeah, Red versus Blue. Anyways, these ones... okay, wait, hold on. Okay, here's one more. At the thrift store, I've always wanted to try this out. Don't even know if it's good. Celebrity Deathmatch for the PS2. I was one of those weird people that... Not even weird. One of those people that actually watched this on MTV. I don't know, like, the claymation thing always kind of like, I don't like it, but when they actually had a celebrity star that I was aware of, I would watch the shit out of Celebrity Deathmatch. I don't know how the celebrities feel about it back in the day. I had no idea, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and and stuff. How he hates like Marilyn Manson and all these other people that was in the freaking thing. But I remember I did watch specifically one and only one episode of it for sure, because I was told that Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think, was going to fight The Rock in Celebrity Deathmatch. And I think the commentators were not even the actual commentators from the show. I think it was actually Jim Ross and The King. I think. I can't remember that. So that was like the one episode I really wanted to watch. And I can't remember to say how it really was, but I think back in the day for me it was awesome. But who knows? I don't know, I have to look that up. But anyways, yeah, Celebrity Deathmatch. Now, here's some superstars. Here's some stars that I don't know. Here we go. Tommy Lee, Dennis Rodman, Carrot Top, Busta Rhymes. I knew that one. Marilyn Manson. There he goes, Marilyn Manson. Anna Nicole Smith and Mr. T. That's just the ones that says right there in the corner. There's probably more. I just don't know them. Anyways, I'm thinking that the show probably got canceled, or they got sued so much by celebrities. I don't know. Or, I don't know, actually. It could be so many things. I don't know. Anyways, these I bought from a seller. I was actually trying to do both trade, buy to trade wise, and also buy to, own wise. So we're at 31 minutes now, so I was trying to rack those up pretty fast. So this one is Suikoden Tactics. So I never knew how many fucking Suikoden games there were after I started collecting for Suikoden. And holy shit, there are so many freaking Suikoden games in this thing. So many. Anyways, oh yeah, sorry, I just spaced out. Anyways, for Suikoden Tactics, it only comes with one disc, and I was reading the back just again right now. There's supposed to be a second disc, and Suikoden Tactics does not come with that second disc. It just comes with the first disc. But if we open it up, there's clearly a slot where a second disc could have been at. So yeah, I'm missing that bonus disc, which is the limited edition Suikoden soundtrack music CD featuring rearranged tracks from the Suikoden series included. I don't know much of the series. I just know Suikoden 2 is the best Suikoden there is. That's all I'm aware of. So, thanks to Pro Jared. Anyways, next, this is something I've been eyeing for about a couple months. Castlevania Lament of Innocence. The only reason I've been eyeing it for a couple months because they had it on the PlayStation Store, I think on sale once, and I missed out on it. And I was like, oh man, I wonder how the Castlevania Lament of Innocence is. And I seen it at like a retro store. I never bought it because it was like 20, and I was like, I don't know, I'll pass on it. I'm not too sure. And it was always there. And then I finally got this guy, the seller. It's like, oh, he has the same damn game too. And it's like, oh, okay. So let's see how that, is. So, anyways, these two are probably the biggest ones, like literally the biggest ones. I was so surprised of how cheap he was asking for them, because these are expensive. Now, the fifth one here is not its official case. I think it's a Hollywood Video one, or either a Game Crazy one. The fourth one is official case, but it's fine, whatever. So this is Wild Arms 4. Yep, 4. Okay, and here's Wild Arms 5. They both work. Not excellent condition for 5, but whatever, Here's 4 again, and here's both. Pretty happy I got both of these two, no lie. It did also come with the game Tales of the Abyss, which I said before, but I've already traded that for something else that I really wanted to. So, yeah, you'll see some of those titles later on. But regardlessly, I think that's going to be it for today's little weekly vlog thing. So, I just want to get a lot of these titles out of the way so I can make room for more. A lot of these future vlogs will have topics instead of just pickups, but I don't know how it's going to turn out to be. And I don't know how much memory my phone is taking for this footage right here, so I don't want to, overdo it. So once again, everybody, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe below. And I picked up all this shit. So, well, no, they're not shit, but, they're just the games. I can't tell you every single one because they're all piled up in weird ways. So, games for PSP, PS2, PS1, GameCube, N64, PS3, I think, I said that, Wii, DS, Dreamcast, and a DVD. And Genesis, if I didn't say that already. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys for the next one. Bye-bye.